didn't either. He came up to me and was like, baby, he deaf, baby.
That's hilarious, dog.
I thought it was just partial. She's like, no. Oh man, good times. Good times.
You go ahead, start, Mark.
We going right into it, or we doing like the little spat that we always do?
I mean, we are. This is the spat that we always do. I'm gonna turn my mic off so I can fix this.
Oh man, it was. Before we get like deep into it, people, check on your friends, check on your loved ones, cause like we said in the last podcast, tomorrow is not promised. I had a friend recently. She was real sick. She had one of those illnesses where her immune system was like just shot. So
we were talking about suicide and depression.
I mean, it kind of relate, I guess. I don't know.
I mean, you should always check on your friends.
Yeah, you should always check on your friends because still, I mean, like I said, tomorrow's not promised. You don't know what your friends are going through. Everyone puts on a brave face and smiles throughout the day. But, like, do you really know what that person goes through in their 24-hour days and their 7 days a week? But this friend, like I said, had an illness, and I wanted to, go see her because she got really sick. And then I just always put it off. I was like, I'll go the next day.
She'll be
get to and she recently passed. Yeah.
Sorry for your loss.
And I was, I was a little hit. I was a little hurt.
Right? Who wouldn't?
And I was just like, never put off what you can do today for tomorrow. So let's get right into it, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. This is the Dirty Trunk Podcast.
Absolutely. We will get into man, it's kind of hard to follow up after, man. Like, damn.
Sorry, I didn't mean to bring people down.
No, you good. Yeah, like what did she have, if you don't mind me asking? Are you allowed to talk about it?
I'm not sure exactly, but like I said, her immune system was like completely shot.
An autoimmune kind of situation.
Yeah, like a small cold for us, that we get shrug off would be like detrimental to her.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's like the worst.
But it was that, and don't want to get it wrong, but I think like her blood was toxic.
Yeah, I heard about that before.
And like she would have to go to the hospital every now and then
to get it like filtered and stuff like that. Because her body was creating something that it wasn't supposed to be there.
Yeah.
And her immune system wasn't clearing it out fast enough. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Now I've heard of that illness. I don't know what it's called though. So I wouldn't. Yeah.
Yeah. So like what they said, every day is not given. So because our body will find new and exciting ways to injure ourselves.
Ooh. Ooh. And you know what that reminds me?
The last podcast. You know, our body is dumb as shit.
The human body is stupid.
Tragic.
There's nothing exciting about the human body. We can't fly. If we cut off limbs, they don't grow back. Ladies and gentlemen, take care of yourself. We sounded like we ending the podcast. So that's it. So we gonna end that topic right now.
Can I just say one thing? Our brain's stupid. We get stuck on people that we shouldn't.
Oh man, why you have to go to emotions?
Sorry.
I mean, yeah, human emotions is just it's dumbfounding sometimes. Like,
yeah, like
how you stuck on this dude or this female?
This doesn't have a job. He doesn't do anything.
Oh wait, you talking about a story?
Oh yeah.
You talking about something that's going on right now?
No, I'm just like you. If people are like into someone that doesn't bring anything to the table, they're toxic. Why are you stuck on them? Not personal experience.
I mean, I've been stuck on somebody that I shouldn't have been. I was married. Right after the intro, ladies and gentlemen. Right after the intro, ladies and gentlemen.
You are now listening to the Dirty Trunk Podcast, where the elephant is always welcome. Coming at you live from the Ascension Studios, all the way in Petersburg, Virginia. Here are your hosts, Marcus Martin and the Renegade, Eric Mack.
Alrighty now. You realize I didn't start the episode with something? The amount of things that I had to go through just to not say so at the beginning of an episode is ridiculous. Like not be at the microphone when I hit record and start off with something else that just doesn't make no damn sense. Excuse my elephant neighbors. It kind of sounds like there's a marching band upstairs, but it's honestly just kids.
How the fuck we get here?
a lot of bad decisions.
I mean,
and not enough good
human.
ones.
We're only human.
Not enough good ones. Per our last podcast, our last
lot
episode.
of tequila.
No, not a lot of tequila. Just a lot of lack of action.
A lot of bad choices.
A lot of lack of action. So we recently got, there it is. We recently got into a very interesting conversation with, well, it was me having a conversation with Alyssa about a really dumb law that they had out in Colorado, and I'm going to get into that in a minute, but we just wanted to give a big shout out to whoever the fuck the lawmakers are in our society, Congress, the House of Representatives, or y'all idiots that make the decisions for people like me and people like the people who listen to this podcast. And if you are in the Senate and Congress that listening to this podcast, please don't send nobody out to hurt me. But I've been informed that there are a lot of ridiculous laws out there, and I just wanted to touch on a few of them on this episode. And so, you fellas,
go ahead.
Feel free to chime in and stuff. And I'm fizzing out.
Oh, you want me to?
Just
Start with some dumb laws?
I mean, we could start with some. We could talk about some weird ass stories or something.
I think.
Well,
okay, go ahead.
I got a list right here.
We just gonna jump straight into the list? Okay.
Let me do my two before I forget. Before
you
get to your list, I can't remember which state it is. It might be Montana, it might be Idaho. If you're having sex in a car, the cop they have to
let you finish.
Yeah, they have to let you finish. Like honk the horn, give you like 10 minutes.
What? I was joking.
Well. Not finished, but they have to honk the horn and give you 10 minutes before they can approach your car.
What?
So we gonna be just sitting there.
What the fuck,
most
bro?
Most people can finish in 5. So
but no, hold up. No, for real. Like if I'm in the mix and the lights are on, the blue lights are on, and they lighting up my entire car, and cops. They got the big ass spotlight on the driver's side of the car that just be shining, for real, I'm not about to finish with that going on. I think that might just be enough time for you to just get decent.
I don't think they follow that one anymore, but that's a dumb one on the books. The second one I have is from Montana. Damn. Thank you guys for making some of the dumbest laws I've ever heard of.
Tragic.
And this is because we have a lot of we have 7 Native American tribes that live in the state. If you see a covered wagon, and this is how old this law is, if you see a covered wagon with 8 Native Americans, that is considered a war party, and you can attack it.
What the fuck?
So thank you, bro. Montana lawmakers.
Bro, I really hope that one is outlawed right now.
First of all,
it's not obviously not followed, but
oh shit. So
what
cover
if there's 7? What if there's only 7? Oh no, that's not the war. That's not the war one. We'll get them later. Though.
So if there was like a minivan full of Native Americans,
it has to be covered wagon.
There is a covered wagon. What in the hell?
They get blasted out of nowhere for no reason. Like what's going on? Why are we in the tank?
There's only 3 of us.
Oh damn. Like the reason why I wanted to do this episode is because I was talking to Alyssa, and as you guys know, I talk about Alyssa all the time, so everybody probably already know who listens to these. And Alyssa's from Denver, Colorado. And for some reason in Denver, Colorado, it is a law that your car can't be running without you in it.
I think that's a lot of places. You can't have the car started.
That's in Virginia too.
Yeah, it's because of theft.
Sadly.
They want it because of the theft. If you leave it running, someone could steal it.
So here's the problem with that law. Just about every car that is created nowadays has a fucking remote start.
Not mine, but mine was a cheap one.
Mine's either, but mine's an old one. My last 2 cars had remote start though.
Right.
So and even now, like I go start my car, it's sitting in front of my apartment, and I leave it running to get the ice off the windshield, defrost the back windshield.
Now you're supposed to do that before you drive and just let it.
Bro, I'm not about to sit in no fucking refrigerator. What the fuck? Like who is out here doing that?
That's why you got the ice scrapers. You know, you scrape the ice off and then
you
move it back and then you scrape it.
I understand your situation because you can't necessarily get to your car like in a timely manner.
That's okay. I always scrape it and while I'm letting it start and then just go.
But yo, sometimes it get too fucking cold for that. Like I'm not white, though. Like I can't just be standing outside like that.
I mean, I was shoveling snow in the t-shirts and a short back horn, so I can't really talk. Oh god. The looks I'm getting right now.
Yeah, you definitely. that's
I told you, my family.
That's nationwide white right there. That's born in the Caucasus Mountain.
That's universal white.
I told you, my family's from Russia, so this is like springtime to me.
True.
Tragic.
True. But yeah, like it's weird because I'm like, dog, like you're not supposed to rev a cold engine. So who about to get in their car and just like drive off? Like literally, laws got people out here doing the worst thing to a damn car.
Mm-hmm.
Like laws literally got you out here fucking up your shit. Do you know the dangers of driving with a cold engine?
Aren't you? But don't you only have to like start it for like a minute?
No, fam, you gotta let the metal get time to warm up at least.
It warms up when I'm on the interstate.
I bet it do. I bet it do.
How long does it take for a car to fully warm up? Do we know?
Probably 4 minutes.
4 minutes? Oh, okay. Yeah, not too bad.
You gotta let the whole thing is letting the fluid, the antifreeze in it warm up to heat the engine up. Mm-hmm. Because that's the initial thing that heats the engine, unless you get into it and just start driving it all willy-nilly. But that's literally what carries the heat through the engine. But if the metal isn't, fully tempered to do that, you start revving up a cold engine. Your pistons are cold. Your chambers are cold. Everything is like pretty much freezing. That metal starts to warp inside of your engine, and all of a sudden, over time, that shit destroys your engine. And now you got a blown head gasket or a cracked manifold or some shit like that, where it's going to cost you thousands of dollars to fix because somebody has to take your engine apart. Like that's the dumbest shit I ever heard. And like literally, somebody is literally out here saying that, oh yeah, you can't do that because of what?
I mean,
like who's about to stop me from like hitting? Like dog, I'm not about to sit in a cold car.
Hell no.
The car literally has features to get rid of the ice on the windshield,
right?
The ice on the back of it,
right?
And warm up the inside of it. The car has features to do that. Why wouldn't I use it?
I'm gonna stop you right there.
Because first of all, cars like that was made in a place where shit is reasonable, shit is sensible, sense actually makes sense, and people follow rules that are okay. And then we ship them over here to the United States where everything is fucked up. Everybody's fucked up. And we just got no common sense to just
I'm gonna say that wasn't the way for my old car. I would, my first car, '89 Blazer. Bless Bessie's heart.
The heat didn't work in that week. we already know that.
No, but, no, the heat worked. The AC didn't.
Ooh,
Turn on the AC in the summer, you get hot
actually,
air.
No.
No, I would go.
The engine gonna get hot regardless.
I would go out and start this thing. I live 20 minutes away. I would go out and start this thing, clear everything off, turn on the heat while I was doing it, full blast, everything. I would get all the ice and everything off. I'd go to leave. It would refreeze.
Oh.
It would literally start defrosting as I pulled into the parking lot at school.
What do you mean refreeze?
It,
Like ice start to?
it just would literally like,
Or you mean like fog up?
it would, kind of fog up, but like it would not even clear.
Because that's
off.
different.
But it would fog up. Well, I don't know if it was fog up or ice, but it literally would, so I couldn't see very well. And it wouldn't get done until...
You know the difference between fog and ice?
Yeah.
Was it foggy or ice?
I
Was
can't-
your windows like condensation on your windows? Like
This was over 10 years ago. I can't remember.
True.
But I'm just saying, like, it would literally be so bad. Like, even with the heat going full blast for 20 minutes.
that reminds me, I gotta get a new door handle for my car.
I'm sorry.
Marcus broke my door handle.
I did not.
Well, I mean,
What had happened was...
it did just kind of fell off in his hand and just hit the ground.
I was
Like,
like,
so he's like started knocking on the window like, I'm like, it's open. Do, 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 do. It's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I open the door. He hands me my door handle. It was like, oh fuck. And it was weird because like that day at my check engine light came on and I was like out of oil. So like I checked the dipstick and it was dry. So apparently I have like an oil leak somewhere that I need to take care of. Or,
that's what you get for thinking with your dipstick, Jimmy.
or so it was the night after we did the last podcast, so we were already late for work, and I was rushing down the highway because I had to go to Walmart before we went to work to get some oil.
Kudos to Walmart for being open. First of all,
At 6:30 in the morning they were open, so yeah, I was able to go in and get my oil and come out, and then still ain't got no door handle. They still don't sell door handles though. So, but
Now, I have a question for you about the one that you were talking about. Have you guys heard about people getting charged for DUIs with like they get charged for DUIs and being in the car or whatever, but I heard someone was like they got their case thrown out because they said it was running or something with the key in, and the law is it has to have the key in. But cars nowadays, like Prius and some other ones, don't have a key.
The key literally can just be anywhere near the car or inside the car.
Yeah, it doesn't actually.
Start.
Yeah, it doesn't actually start, or they don't actually like.
It's one of those things where it's like a double-edged sword.
yeah,
because it's like the laws have to change with the technology on that one. I feel like
yeah,
because it's like back in the day, you used to just be able to do something like. You can sit in the car, just put your keys like in the back seat or in the trunk or something, and you know that you're not starting the car. But nowadays, even if your key, like if you have a push to start car,
if your key
is in the vehicle at all,
clank clank, you going downtown.
You can start the car. So I think the law has to be like I think something like you sitting in a different seat that's not the driver's seat will be the most helpful.
Yeah.
Because I did hear of someone who did go to jail for that because their keys was in the ignition, but they were like laying across the back seat and they got a DUI. And they threw it out in court because the judge was like, well, was he in the driver's seat? No, he was in the back seat. So how the fuck was he driving and laid across the back seat then? Like, what the fuck did you bring?
He had a Tesla. He had the location program.
He was like, well, what the fuck did you bring this case to me for then? So he threw it out because he was in the back seat.
Yeah, that's another thing. Like some cases or some laws are really just like,
extra.
They're real extra, and the only people that like follow them or like get you for them are like real petty people. They're like the Karens of law enforcement.
Stop.
Keep talking.
Oh, okay. Can we start on the laws? Because I have a very good one to.
Go ahead, man.
Okay, so apparently, strange law. Children cannot trick or treat on Halloween.
Isn't there one about face masks too? Like,
what is the whole premise of Halloween?
Wait, I would like to know when that law was created.
I would like to too, but I don't think we can.
That's something that we had to do some deep research on. So if you know when Halloween was created and the concept of trick or treating, because I think trick or treating was literally created so kids can go out to get free candy.
no, that's Easter.
Okay. Whew, all right.
All right. I don't even know if these are real or not. One of them says it is illegal to tickle women.
I think I've heard of that.
So, Marcus, you'd be really surprised of what's real and what's not when it comes to these laws. I promise you, I got some really interesting ones that you wouldn't think are laws that's actually on this list.
Isn't there ones like in Kansas or something about like you can only do missionary with like women or something?
No, that's Virginia.
Yeah, that's
Virginia.
Yeah.
So, let's talk about that.
Other than missionary states,
Let's talk about
illegal.
that. Let's talk about that. So, if fellas, if you are in the bed with your chick, hold on, let's go. Let's take it a step further. If you are having sex anywhere but your bed, you going to jail.
Essentially.
Because I mean, yeah, because who's to say that you can't have your who's to say you can't have your chick on her back on a picnic table somewhere? I mean, you can do that if you wanted to. However, then you have that charge of indecent exposure
and public indecency.
Yeah, that one. And then you go into jail for that.
And possibly child predators.
Yeah,
stuff.
depending on who's in the area. Yeah. Just if you got your girl in the doggy style, you're going to jail. Let's see. If you got sex tapes, you're going to jail because it's illegal to perform sex tapes without a permit. Porn. It's illegal.
It's only legal in 2 states.
Porn.
To make it.
It's illegal.
Not watch it. Make it.
Yeah. You had to have a permit.
Does the porn industry have a permit? Do they have?
I'm pretty sure they do.
Oh, yeah.
There's because there's a FBI warning that comes on. And it goes real fast. It comes on the screen. It's just. I'm sorry. It goes up.
It's at point 0.05 milliseconds.
If you aren't 18, click back.
No, I ain't talking about that. I'm talking like it's a warning that comes up on the first screen of porn before anything else shows up, before even the opening shows up on the screen. FBI shows up in red with the FBI seal, followed by like 3 or 4 paragraphs, and it literally goes up the screen. Like, just imagine this book being the words.
So it's kind of like Star Wars.
Oh no. Star Wars, you ain't got to pause it to read that. That shit goes slow enough on its own. This shit, no.
I'm just saying about like the effect. It's like Star Wars.
Like I'm gonna tell you like this. If somebody was reading it as it was going up the screen, like it would literally just sound like like that's how fast it goes.
Tragic.
No sex with your girl outside of missionary, folks. It's illegal. It's wrong.
In case you were curious,
it's wrong. No hitting it from the back.
Tragic.
No butt stuff, because butt stuff means that you're going to hell. So no, that's a different type of law.
Got another one for all you couples out there.
Oh shit.
So Virginia women are required by law to wear a corset after sunset if they are with a male chaperone.
What in the fuck? Yeah, that's definitely something that was made in like the 1700s. Like that was like 1700 where women used to wear like hoops under their dress or some shit with the tall curls and shit. Yeah, that was back in them days. That had to be. So I have a list over here as well. I don't know if you like looking for like stuff like interesting ones on that list, but this one is literally a list from dumblaws.com of the dumbest laws from all 50 states.
Oh god damn. All right,
yeah,
let's hear.
Alabama, bear wrestling matches are prohibited.
Which begs the question: Who decided to do
Right.
that?
Yeah, because every law has a story, the original story. Who's the OG in Alabama that was like, yeah, let me go wrestle the bear real quick? Like, who? What the fuck?
I'm bored today. Oh, look, Bassett, there's a bear. I'm going to go get him.
Bro, I'm not touching no damn bear. I wouldn't even wrestle a cub. Like, why are we doing this?
I would trip you guys to save myself. If I saw a bear.
If you can catch me.
I just gotta trip you at the beginning, and then I just gotta.
Oh, damn, we that kind of friend. I got you. Alaska.
Oh God.
Moose may not be viewed from an airplane.
What? Wait, why?
Right.
This is the same state my friends are from, where you have to yield right away to airplanes if you're driving a car.
I remember you told me that. It doesn't make sense. How?
What?
Why?
What?
I mean, it's
Because
like,
when he said that, I was like, are they landing in the street?
Right? Like, are they like
a 747 is just
Land at McDonald's and come pull up in the drive-through, wings and all. Just, yeah, let me order the McDouble.
All right. Well, hold on. There was this one time in South Hill at a local Cracker Barrel. There was a couple. Like, we all ate. We all walked out. This couple walks by us.
Mm-hmm.
And we see this helicopter just in a parking spot, just all by itself. And we like, what the hell? This white couple, gets in the helicopter and just fly off into the sky, and we just like,
did we just see something?
Like, they just pull out the helicopter just to get breakfast. Like, how does that work? How did we get here?
Oh, honey, there's the Cracker Barrel. You know, you
Oh,
love the breakfast.
shit, bro. That is hilarious, dog. That is
It
hilarious.
just like blew my mind. I was like, first of all,
That's not illegal?
I don't know. Like, they were in the parking spot all by itself and everything. I was like, yo, they like. First of all, I'm like,
Bro,
did they at least like call ahead? Be like, hey, yo, we coming by with the chopper.
Are you guys ready? Hey, how many parking spots you got open?
Right. First of all, that conversation, if I was taking that conversation, we coming by with the chopper. Manager, they said they're coming by with a chopper. I don't know what this means.
That's like they
Are they going
you
to
imagine
the
though,
drive-thru?
like they called ahead and like so y'all do y'all tow helicopters?
What?
Excuse me? Like
Yeah, no, we don't do it.
You good. You know, Gucci Mane did say you got to pull up in the what the fuck. I think that's about as what the fuck as it gets.
Unless you do Harold and Kumar and pull up in a cheetah.
Oh,
Could you imagine trying to park that thing?
Be like, stay.
Oh boy. Arizona. It is illegal to promote the use it is illegal to promote the use of or own more than 6 dildos.
What?
Poor Patty, the dildo maker. She just can't get a break.
What?
I'm sorry, what? Patty the dildo maker.
Yeah, I mean, if you can't have more than 6, she's not gonna have a job.
Damn.
Arkansas. It's strictly prohibited to pronounce Arkansas incorrectly.
How do you pronounce it?
Arkansas.
So
I'm going to jail.
there's a guy, Chaz on YouTube. I think his name is, I don't know his YouTube name, but he has a whole segment where he pronounces things incorrectly, like everyday things incorrectly. Like what is it? I can't think of anything he pronounces incorrectly, but he would like
Butcher everything. Like Aaron.
Aaron would be Aaron.
Oh God.
And it's hilarious. But like he would go to jail for that. He would definitely be in there for life.
That's like everybody pronouncing my last name.
Shad.
Sheed.
Shad. She.
Yeah.
She. Short.
I can't think of anybody who would just look at your last name and be like, she. Like, what the fuck were you thinking when you looked at that EID and just like, or the IED? IED.
Yeah, it was EI and they flipped it.
I don't know how to spell your name.
It's all good.
California. Animals are banned from mating publicly within 1,500 feet of a tavern, school, or place of worship?
Reminds me of the good old days when we used to have to go inside because there were mountain lions in the way.
Let's stop for a second.
Yeah.
Let's stop for a second. Who the fuck was walking around minding their own business, happened to just see two dogs fucking on the premises of a school and was like, we shall make this illegal. Like, I'm just going to pass a bill that says that animals shouldn't.
Hey, but think about it. The little kids, they're going to know.
Why is it illegal?
Because you don't want little kids to know about sex ed. I don't know.
Like, who gets the discipline for that?
Well, don't do it to the dogs. They're already disciplining themselves.
And why a tavern?
Well, once you start drinking.
You don't know what's going on. Tragic.
This one is for Alyssa. For Colorado, one may not mutilate a rock in a state park.
How do you mutilate a rock?
Like paint it or something, I'm guessing.
But it's a rock. And I'm pretty sure
it's got feelings.
Out of all the 50 states, there are many rocks everywhere.
In every state.
But it has feelings, okay?
Well, another one for Colorado. So apparently they are not allowed to catapult. No catapulting. I don't know who's out here catapulting shit, but that's off limits, buddy. Stop catapulting shit.
Can you just picture it like Saturday? You're out with friends drinking a beer, and then you just see something going through the sky, and you go, "I'm so confused." Like, oh my gosh, should it be weird? No, that's just John. He does it every week.
No, you're just sitting in your backyard, and that mutilated rock from that state park just lands in your backyard.
See, that's what happened. They catapulted the
That's
rock.
why it's illegal. Duh. In Connecticut, it's illegal for your barber to hum a tune while cutting your hair.
That makes sense. You don't want him distracted.
Oh,
You might lose something.
Well, shit, you guys should see my goddamn barber, because that motherfucker literally, like, one time I got my hair cut, and he literally, like, stopped to take a smoke break and eat his lunch in the middle of my damn haircut.
Well, as long as he wasn't like...
It was a black barbershop owner.
What you think?
Hey, was he doing, like, was it like this, like, and then, like, did he, like...
No, he left.
Oh, I thought maybe he, like, put the ashes on your head when he was cutting.
No, he walked outside. He was like, hey, let me go take this smoke break real quick. I'm going to be right back. Then he came back and he started eating. He sat down next to me.
Was his initials Clifton?
Bro, what's wrong with you, man? Don't do that.
So, I got a real good one. And I think this should be illegal in all states.
Uh-oh.
But I don't think it is. But
go ahead.
It is illegal in Florida to not sell your kids. No selling children. It is illegal to sell children in Florida.
I believe slavery has been illegal for a while. Correct me if I'm wrong.
We know that kids can be annoying, but please remember that in Florida, it is a felony to sell your children.
I'm pretty sure it's a felony.
You've been warned. These are the 8 British laws that the Queen does not have. These are the 8 British laws that the Queen doesn't have to follow. So the Queen is out here selling her kids? Like she can sell kids?
I mean...
If you call yourself the Queen, what's to stop you?
I mean, you make the laws, so why would you need to... Your family has been at top for a while, so why would I need to follow a law?
You want to hear a dumb law that's on the books that my friends and I actually wanted to follow?
What's up?
In Montana, you can actually bring, I think it's just horse. In Montana,
the microphone moves.
Yeah, no, I can move too. In Montana, you can bring your horse to school, and the school actually has to feed it. No joke.
That's dope as shit.
Hell yeah.
So my friends and I were always joking about bringing a horse to school.
Who goes outside to feed the horse, though?
Principal.
Oh, that is awesome. I would.
That is fucking awesome.
If I could have a horse, I would bring it to
Everybody
school.
ride your horse to school. Take your horse down Old Town Road and go there. Take your ass to math class. So your
principal be outside feeding all the horses.
Like, oh, did I remember to lock up today?
Oh man, that is that. First of all, that's kind of horrible. Do you know how long you in school? Can you picture everybody bringing a horse to school? That horse has to do its duty somewhere.
I mean, you know, probably a garden or something you could put it in.
I mean, maybe. All right. I guess you can use that for fresh manure.
School ground ain't gonna have no grass. Shit. Delaware. Alcohol may not be served in nightclubs if dancing is occurring on the premises at the same time.
I can understand that though. Like
I can't.
You don't want to spill your drink.
Seen a drunk person dance?
It's funny.
Do you
want somebody to spill your drink?
But they are a tripping hazard. They are a tripping hazard to themselves and everyone else.
Okay. All right. I guess if it makes sense to somebody, it makes sense to a lot of people who, I mean, especially the ones who passed it. In Florida, having sexual relations with a porcupine is illegal.
Who? Why? How?
Wouldn't that hurt?
That's why I said who.
You think?
Why? How?
I mean, it depends on what angle you're going at, I guess.
The back? What the?
That poor defenseless porcupine.
Why?
Oh, he definitely ain't defenseless. He definitely won't be defenseless when he's done, though. I guarantee you that. Oh, man.
He is made to be offensive at all times.
Facts.
All right, so I'm a little confused about this one, but Alabama.
Oh, no.
You may not impersonate a member of the clergy. Such a misdemeanor can result in actual jail time and/or a fine up to $500. So don't impersonate a member of the clergy. We are strong. We are legion. We are clergy. What?
Bro, what the fuck? So in Georgia, no one may carry ice cream cone in their back pocket if it is Sunday.
If it's Sunday.
What
So
about
any
if it's
other day?
every other day? Every other day of the week, you can have an ice cream cone in your back pocket. But walk past a police officer with an ice cream cone in Georgia in your back pocket on a Sunday, you going to jail.
That makes sense because, you know, the day of rest, you can't have ice cream.
At all. What? Why?
Because it's the day of rest.
Excuse me?
Ice cream.
Sunday, it's the day of rest.
Stop it. Shut the fuck up.
Get out. Get the fuck out. Get out right now.
God didn't have ice cream on the seventh day, neither shall you.
Hawaii.
Uh-oh.
Coins are not allowed to be placed in one's ear.
Coins?
Coins.
Ear? Why you place them in your ear?
So magic tricks are illegal?
I guess.
Well, that's one way to get your creepy uncle to stop taking coins out of your ear.
Idaho.
Oh, boy.
Dirt may not be swept from one's house into the street. That's a law. So if I'm sweeping outside of my front door, I'm going to jail.
That's
Illinois. Those under 21 can drink legally, but they must be enrolled in a culinary program to do so. What?
I guess that makes sense.
If I'm underage, but I'm enrolled in a culinary arts class, I can drink.
I mean, yeah, you know what? If you're using wine to like make sauce and shit,
you're not gonna be able to go to the club, but yeah, just when you're in the school. I'm guessing is what they mean.
Okay.
All right, there's probably some logic behind that one.
Why is little Johnny drunk over there? Yeah, he's been drinking a little.
He made too much sauce. he owned the sauce.
That's where we got that expression, wasn't it?
Indiana. No one may catch fish with his or her bare hands.
I bet the fishing pole industry made that one.
And where?
Indiana.
Okay. Yeah, I was like, must not have a lot of white boys down there.
Iowa.
'Cause I know a couple of them, they'll take their hand with the little meat in it and they stick it in that hole and that catfish just come out of nowhere. Take their whole arm and they just pull it up like, I got it, boy. I was like, all right, you got it.
You got it.
Okay.
Iowa. Ministers must obtain a permit to carry their liquor across state lines.
A what?
A permit.
I guess that makes
carry
sense.
their liquor.
Who?
Ministers.
Ministers.
Do they consider wine liquor?
Yeah.
I would hope so. I was like, why is the minister got some whiskey or some Hennessy?
He's got Jack Daniels.
Right, carrying it across state lines.
Kansas, hitting a vending machine that stole your money is illegal.
I would go to jail. You know how many I've hit that took my money?
I've hit the ones the fast ones that work and you don't even put money in those.
Right. Come on now.
I got fast start to make, bitch.
All right. For California, look, you can have as many frogs for as many frog jumping contests as you want, but if any of them die, you may not eat them.
What?
The fuck?
Alrighty.
What if I kill it?
You can't eat it if it's in the contest.
If it wasn't in the contest,
so
you'd be
if
fine.
it wasn't in the
it's free game. It's free game.
Got you. That's like they're like if you hit a deer out here, like you can't take it home.
Why not? I'm gonna mount Bambi in my living room.
Say that again. If you
hit a deer with your car, you can't take the deer home. You have to get a game license in order to take the deer home. But if you hit it with your car and you take it home, then you can't file it on your insurance to get your car fixed.
What if that bitch hit me?
That's what he's saying.
There's no difference in you hitting a deer and the deer hitting you.
No. Because I'm driving about 40, 50 miles an hour.
Okay.
I see the bitch.
Uh-huh.
The bitch run. I'm like, you better turn around. You getting real close, you better turn around. I'm passing the bitch, and it hit the side of my car. I didn't hit the bitch. The bitch hit me. It saw him run to my car.
How did that play out?
I was driving. I saw him. I guess he got scared. Because this what really fucked me up. He ran away, then ran back into the road. And I'm like, bro, what are you doing? And then boop. And I'm just like, I was like, this motherfucker done fucked up the side of my car. I got this big ass dent in my car. I'm like, God damn.
I mean, how did it play out?
What do you mean how to play that?
Like, as far as, like, did you call the insurance company on that one?
Oh, no. I was going fast enough where it hit it. Ain't really put a scratch in it, actually. Just like,
oh, okay.
Small dent.
So he got up to live another day.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
But I was like, if he would have, done some shit, I was like, how would that?
That is scary, though, because when I was working before at Cheesecake Factory at 3 a.m., I was leaving, drove past, I was like right past Short Pump going on 295.
Mm-hmm.
Deer start coming out. I missed it, but the person that was like 2 lanes over from me nailed it. It did. I just hear a big bam. And
God.
I pulled over and backed up because I was like checking on the person. I'm like, are you okay? And the guy's like, I just fucking got this car fixed.
Damn.
From the same
Finally
thing.
hit another deer.
I was like, you poor bastard.
Oh, damn.
I was like, you need me to call police or anything?
Fuck it, I
You
got
should
Should have been like, oh, you gotta be quicker than that.
Oh, damn. That's crazy. Like, I was coming down 85 one day and had the cruise control set to 70. Obviously, I was speeding. But cruise control was set and just chilling. That was when I was working at Walmart on my way there. It was like 4:30 in the morning. And see the deer? He hops over the fucking median. Like, boing, and jumps out in the road. So I had to swerve from hitting it. I swerved so hard that the cruise control turned itself off automatically.
I've had that happen. So I had cruise control on, and I kind of hydroplaned, or I hit like a patch of water.
Yeah.
And it turned off my cruise control, and I was like, what? I was like, you better toughen up. You better go through. Nah, but I was like, that's all right. That's pretty.
Apparently, in Nissan, when traction control system starts to kick in, then it automatically turns the cruise control. Mm-hmm. And if you swerve too hard, traction control comes on, and it corrects your something about the wheels. It like aligns it so it keeps you from overcorrecting or some shit like that. It's weird. It locks the steering wheel in place for a second and everything.
Technology.
Yeah, especially Nissan. I'm not really sure why they don't cost more than they are. It is what it is. Oh, Kentucky. One may not dye a duckling blue, and offer it for sale unless more than 6 are for sale at once.
Did the colonel try and do that? Is that why that's a law?
Why would you dye the duckling blue?
I don't think this is the point, Marcus. You just can't sell it alone. You had to sell it with his siblings.
So I have to dye all of them blue?
You had to dye all of them blue so they don't feel left out. Why are we dyeing them blue?
That's what. What?
That's,
Why not green?
Signature color is yellow.
The blue was on sale at the time.
Okay. Louisiana.
Oh, God.
It is a $500 fine to instruct a pizza delivery man to deliver a pizza to your friend without them knowing. That is actually very, that makes sense. When I was in elementary school, I had a ignorant ass motherfucker in my class that ordered 7 pizzas from Pizza Hut to my mom's house.
Oh, God. And your mom was pissed and thought that was your fault?
Yeah.
And you're like, I didn't do it.
I didn't do that shit. I know who did it. I didn't do it. Because the guy told me he was going to do it.
And so you're like,
and I was like, bruh, don't fucking do that shit. And my mom had to pay a lot of fucking money for pizza that night.
oh.
We had pizza for a minute though.
And it wasn't Little Caesars.
And it was the good shit. Like he ordered the good shit to the house. And she paid a grip for that.
And she was probably not happy.
Yeah. So I can understand that law right there.
I not like that, but when I used to live in Farmville, this was back when I still had the 406 area code. I called and ordered a pizza, and that's the only time I've ever tried to call. Don't ever, on the off chance you go and move out from Montana to Farmville, the area code is 434. I called, ordered the pizza. We waited like an hour, and we're like, man, that shouldn't take that long because there's like nothing in Farmville. And so call them back. Oh, well, we tried calling you at the number with the 434. I'm like, I said 406.
Oh, well, they thought that because their area code was 434, then they just call you on 434, their area code. A lot of people do that when I go to other places. Like I went to, where was I at? I was in Georgia or something, and no, I don't remember where I was, and somebody did that to me. But
I got one in Washington. It is illegal for Bigfoot hunters. This law has been passed in 1969, deeming the slaying of Bigfoot to be a felony and punishable by 5 years in prison. The law was later amended, designating Bigfoot as an endangered species.
Bigfoot lived to fight another day.
That's really interesting considering that a lot of people don't even think that Bigfoot is real.
How the fuck we here?
It's a good goddamn question.
See, someone saw a picture of me with a lot of hair, and we went from there. That's how Bigfoot. I don't know. Doesn't make any sense.
Wow. In Maine, advertisements may not be placed in cemeteries.
Hey, Johnny, look who's dying to go here.
Just going to put a for rent sign in the cemetery.
Well, or if you're trying to sell the
For
house.
sale sign.
Yeah.
For sale. land for sale.
Hey. For sale, right. Quiet neighbors.
Quietest community on planet Earth.
Quiet, gated community. Everyone's dying to get in.
That is fucked up.
Yo, shut the fuck up, man.
That's a good one.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh shit.
How do we get here? So you're telling me somebody actually had like a banner of some kind I don't even understand. Like, so someone had to have a banner in there.
Oh, fuck.
How we gay?
It was Chick-fil-A. They put the fucking cow in the cemetery. See what happens when you eat cow? Oh, shit.
We get the last laugh.
Or they just had the cow there. It was like, this is what happens when you eat beef.
Mo.
Maryland. Person may not swear while on the highway.
How are they gonna know?
Exactly.
Massachusetts.
Texas. You can get married by proxy.
What?
You can get married by proxy. In Texas, marriages by proxy are perfectly legal. In other words, if you have a legitimate reason for absence, like military service, you can send someone to get married in your place as long as you have all the right documentations.
Bro, that just means that when you say you may now kiss the bride, how does that feel? That feels weird. Especially if you send, like, your brother instead of you.
How we get here? How the fuck we get here? What the fuck?
So, when you were in the service, bro, you could have skipped all that hardship you went through. You should have sent somebody in your place to get married to that ugly bride that you had.
Is there like a dart wheel and you like pick somebody's name? Okay, I need you to go inside for me.
Hey, go handle that fucker.
I gotta go fight something overseas. You coming back.
Hey, man, handle my legwork.
No, that's some dirty work, fam. I need you to handle that.
It's a messy situation.
Massachusetts. Candy may not contain more than 1% alcohol. The fuck?
First of all.
How do you get that?
How you get your hands on that?
First of all.
This was back in the day, probably.
Why is alcohol in the candy?
When Coca-Cola used to make candy.
Stop.
It was a lot in Coca-Cola, but it won't alcohol.
Hopefully Energizer wasn't making candy back then.
Oh.
Well, Mars, who makes Milky Way, also makes dog food. So
true. Don't bring that up.
Okay, so in South Carolina, no seducing unmarried women. So how do you what? In South Carolina, a law once made a man guilty of a misdemeanor if he seduced an unmarried woman using deception and promise of marriage. The law was repealed in 2006. That's interesting, though.
We're gonna have to cut off the descriptions of them. We're running out of time.
All right.
Oh man, I still have like a few states left.
Go through.
Michigan, no man may seduce and corrupt an unmarried girl, or else he risks 5 years in prison. Not sure why that's going on. Minnesota, airplanes may not be landed in a city park. So Marcus, I think you're the guy with the helicopter. You probably, I mean, granted, Cracker Barrel ain't a city park, but at the same time,
if it's next
it's
to
a city
it.
location.
If it's next to it.
True. Mississippi, if one is a parent to 2 illegitimate children, that person will go to jail for at least 1 month. So fellas, you find a girl, she got 2 kids?
Wrap it up.
No, it's already too late.
Take her to jail. Missouri, one may not drink in a bar between 2 and 6 a.m.
Oh, that one is on this list too.
The same list, brother.
Montana. Yeah, it is.
Hey.
One may not pretend to abuse an animal in the presence of a minor.
Well, I mean, all right.
I get that one.
Yeah,
that one makes sense.
Nebraska. Person with an STD may not marry.
That's cold.
God damn.
That's cold.
Damn.
That is cold as shit.
You know that happened to somebody. Like that has to be a reason why.
Oh hell yeah! Because there's like people out here who's giving AIDS like on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Which is crazy.
Nevada, sex toys outlawed.
Which is weird because they allow prostitution or brothels.
Well, that's probably why sex stores are. Because sex stores would take away from their business.
Yeah, there you go. Okay.
All right, New Hampshire. It is illegal to collect and carry any seaweed at the beach, but only at night. how that works.
Steal your seaweed in the daytime, folks. Steal your seaweed in the daytime.
Because apparently they don't monitor them at night. Oh.
In New Jersey, all motorists must honk before passing another car, bicyclist, skater, and even a skateboarder.
Okay. New Mexico, person may not spit on the steps of the Opera House. There's an Opera House in New Mexico. All right. You learn something new each and every day.
Mm-hmm.
All right. In New York, this one actually makes a whole hell of a lot of sense. In New York, it is illegal to congregate in public with 2 or more people while wearing a mask or any face coverings which disguises your identity.
What does congregate mean?
Talk, chat,
Oh,
discuss.
Okay. All right. I was hoping.
Do you not know what congregation means?
I was hoping it was something else.
Okay.
That one actually makes sense, though.
Yeah.
North Carolina. A marriage can be declared void if either of the 2 persons is physically impotent.
Impotent. Means they can't perform. I had to return Becky. She's last year's model. She wouldn't give me any kids. We got along great, but she just couldn't give me any kids, so I got to return her.
That's strange because, like, that's strange because, like, in places like China, it's illegal to have too many.
Right.
Like, if you have more than I think it's 2,
Yeah.
and they come and take it.
Mm-hmm.
But you got to think of China's population. 2 billion.
Yeah.
On an island. Oh, no, that's Japan. I'm sorry. North Dakota, one may be jailed for wearing a hat while dancing, or even for wearing a hat to a function where dancing is taking place.
Boy, that takes the fun out of Saturday night.
How does it work?
I don't know. Like, if you wear a hat to a square dancing event, which everybody wears hats there.
Right. Ohio. If one loses their exotic animal, they must notify the authorities within 1 hour. Be like, 911, I done lost my white tiger. I repeat, I done lost him. Where'd you lose him at? The park.
He was last seen terrorizing the kids. He really likes kids.
Just kind of follow the trail of blood at the school.
Just follow the trail of blood and the screams. You'll find him.
Oh, damn. Oklahoma, it is illegal for the owner of a bar to allow anyone inside to pretend to have sex with an animal.
Okay. That's a new one.
Why pretend though?
And then,
like, why pretend?
Oh, so if it's not pretending, it's fine.
That's what I'm getting from this. I'm like, inside to pretend. Why pretend?
You know.
Oregon. It is illegal to place a container filled with human fecal matter on the side of any highway. All right. So don't
God forbid the street sweeper come and sweep up your bottle of piss.
Hey guys, look, it's yellow Mountain Dew.
Pennsylvania, actually, pee inside of a bottle of Mountain Dew looks just like Mountain Dew.
Carbonated and all.
Depending on how sick you are. Pennsylvania, persons convicted of felonies may not operate bingo games.
They might lie. They might lie too much.
They're still a balls. Rhode Island. Go ahead.
Rhode Island. No person may bite off another's limbs.
Damn, Mike Tyson shouldn't have bitten off that man's ear in Rhode Island then. In North Carolina, a person must be 18 years or older to play a pinball machine.
That's right. South Dakota. Wait, hold on. 18 years. South Dakota. Movies that show police officers being struck, beaten, or threatened in an abusive manner are forbidden. Gotta uphold that great image that they have.
So they must not like cops.
I bet you they didn't show Rush Hour when that shit came out. Tennessee, students may not hold hands while at school.
You know what holding hands leads to, guys?
What?
I saw you holding Annie's hand walking down the hall. You know she's pregnant, right?
As soon as she touched hands.
Now I got to kick you out the house.
Texas, wire cutters cannot be carried in your pocket.
Who's carrying those in their pocket to begin with?
Next. Utah, alcohol may not be sold during an emergency. The fuck qualifies as an emergency that you can't sell alcohol?
Oh my God, it's
Maybe
snowing.
Like a flood, maybe like a severe flood. Or
Bitch, I'm buying this goddamn alcohol. Do you see what stress levels I got going on outside, bitch?
You know how tough it is to buy alcohol in Utah in general because of the Mormons?
Damn.
Really?
Yeah, I traveled through there to go brother's wedding.
Mm-hmm. But they get a lot of tornadoes out there too, don't they?
Not really.
They're not in the I thought Utah was in a tornado beltway.
No, they're right next to California.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Whoa.
Yeah, they literally, man, like you can only get it like certain times of the day, certain hours, certain stores.
That's too much.
Crazy.
Facts. Vermont. Women must obtain a written permission from their husbands to wear false teeth.
No, John, little Susie can wear the fake ones today, but tomorrow she's got to wear the real ones.
Wow. Virginia.
Yeah.
No animal may be hunted on Sunday, with the exception of raccoons, which may be hunted until 2 a.m.
Why just coons, though? Why just coons?
Why?
Well, because, if they're in your house or something, I guess.
Washington.
What about squirrels?
X-rays may not be used to fit shoes.
What? Anyway.
Washington. X-rays may not be used to fit shoes. I thought if I read it again, I would understand, but it
gets worse. It gets worse the second time.
You just,
West Virginia. A person may not hold public office if he or she has ever participated in a duel. What?
Like, what type of duel are we talking about? Because we got
Yu-Gi-Oh?
Yeah. Like, it's time to duel.
I'm gonna take that one on a limb and say that it's probably from the 1800s when congressmen used to actually
slap
duels.
people with gauntlets.
When Andrew
challenge yourself to a duel.
When Andrew Jackson and them would duel. Yeah, probably that time.
Interesting. Wisconsin. Margarine may not be substituted for butter.
Oh shit!
In restaurants unless it's requested by the customer.
Guess I'm going to jail.
Well, you do know that they love their cheese, so that's probably why.
All right.
True.
All right. You got the last one, but I just what the fuck?
Wyoming, junk dealers.
What the fuck is junk dealers? What the hell is this?
People who sell stuff from a scrapyard, I guess.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. All right.
Junk dealers may not make any business transactions with drunk persons.
It makes sense. Listen, you come in to try and sell your car, but it's not your car, and they bought it.
But that can happen with a sober person. Why the fuck?
Right. Why they have to be drunk?
I don't know. I was trying to make sense of it, man.
Anyway, that's all we got for the for this weird episode of dumb laws of the United States. Boy, I'm ashamed to live in America.
Hey.
So, guys, thank you for listening to this episode of the Dirty Trump Podcast. My name is Aaron Mack. With me, as always,
Marcus Morton.
And never mind, he ain't here.
I'm only partly here.
All right, so
anyway, always wrap it up. Always do missionary. Do not be caught out here and having any sex but missionary sex, because you will be in prison.
And if you have any weird ones that you know of, please let us know.
Oh yeah, please. We would love to talk about those on upcoming episodes. Speaking of upcoming episodes, check out all of our links in the description below, and see you guys on the next one.
Peace.
Deuces.
Dun, 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 dun.